Hello and welcome to Upper Pen. My name is Dakota, and today I am again talking with Peng Shepherd
Mhm.
about her book, All This and More. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm excited to be back.
Tell everybody what All This and More is about.
It is about it's about like, kind of that big timeless what if question, like happiness, regret, all the paths not taken, which is something I think that, we can all relate to in our own lives. And it follows a woman named Marsh, which is her nickname. It's short for Marshmallow because she's just a big softie. And she is a woman who feels like her whole life has kind of passed her by because she's always like played it safe, taken the easy route, done the responsible thing. And then she ends up, she's like in her mid 40s and has this safe little sheltered life. And then it kind of implodes anyway. Like the best of all plans, like anything that you think you're planning for, and then it just gets wrecked anyway. And so she's at the start of the novel, she's just like heartbroken over all the opportunities that she missed and like just feels like, if only she had a second chance, she could just do it so much better the second time around. Except, as we all know, there are no second chances in life, except in all this and more. And so, uh, right when she's at her lowest, she is contacted and told that she has won a spot on this like mysterious new game show that has just swept the world by storm because it enables its contestants. They choose like one contestant a year and they send you back in time using this like secret technology that they won't reveal. And you get to go back in time to very specific moments in your past and make a different decision if you want. And then it basically rewrites your life so that your present is different as if you had always made that choice. And so Marsh is like, this is incredible. It's a miracle. She dives right in, and everything, like, it is a miracle because it is working. Her life does start to get better and better, but also something kind of weird is going on under the surface. And then, like, even though things are getting better, things are also going wrong in really subtle ways, and she has to figure out like what is happening, what's behind it, and is she going to be able to do what she wants and like get the life she's always wanted before this thing gets too big.
So, the one part that I absolutely drew the book to me was or drew me to the book uh, was that Marsh is very much anybody I know.
Mhm.
She is like every person, and I loved that about her.
Thank you. I mean, I don't know who, I don't think there's any person, no matter how great your life is, that doesn't have like at least one regret, right? Or like
Yeah.
one choice that you think you did wrong. Like that's impossible, right? And so that I think that's really, like you might not be because she's 45 and she's divorced and she's a mother. And so like you may not be a mother or you may not be divorced or you may not be 45, but everybody has like that one thing that they're like, what if I had chosen the other way? And I think that's like really what, you can relate to with her.
Yeah, so that leads into the structure of the book, which is probably the most fun I've had with a book in a long time.
Oh,
Um,
good.
so tell people how you wrote it.
Okay, so it is like I said, it's basically a book about all the paths not taken. And so the book is actually structured so that there are several different versions of Marcia's life. It basically has multiple paths in it. And what happens is, as you, the reader, are reading Marcia's story and she starts this game show and she's then like faced with the choices she could make. Like, do you want to go back and change this or do you want to go back and change that? And what ends up happening is that when Marcia's facing that choice, you, the reader, actually get to make the choice for her. And so you have to like flip in the book to the path that you want. And depending on what you choose, her story will like change a little bit. So the stakes are kind of like it is Marcia's life, but it's also sort of about like, what do you think about these kinds of choices? And like, what would you do if this were your life?
Were there any difficulties writing this many storylines?
Um, I mean, yeah. It was I mean, it was chaos. It was especially in the beginning when everything was just expanding out, 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 because eventually you have to bring it all back in. And it sounds weird to say that was actually easier to bring it all back in, but when the paths were just expanding, it was it was like so complicated to keep them straight in my head. And also because sometimes you can jump between the paths or like go backwards. And so everything had to not only like make sense if you were going forward, sideways, or backward, but it also had to like have meaning. You know what I mean? So that I couldn't just erase something that had happened in a previous choice if you were coming back. It had to all somehow like connect and build on each other and give you a better idea of Marsha's character.
Yeah. So I love that you included the option of following the path that you chose for her as
Mm.
like the main story. So it's just easy if you're not willing to make those choices. Like I wasn't. I was like, I just want to know what happens. And then I went back and I was like, oh, well, this could have gone this way.
Yeah, yeah. That was actually a suggestion of my editor because I was so excited about the structure that I just wanted to make everyone jump all the time, no matter what. And she said that there are going to be some people that are like they're not sure what they want to choose yet, or like maybe they do just want to read it straight through. And so the book is organized so that one of the paths, I won't say it's my favorite or anything, it's just one of them is um you can read it all the way straight through and you will get one of those paths, or at any point you can like deviate from the path and come back to it.
Yeah. Well, what is something that you enjoyed about this book, the writing or the story itself?
Oh, I mean, actually it's funny because it was structurally, it was definitely the most complicated of my three books so far, but it was also just like the most fun to write. Everything about it, like the chaos, the paths, the theme was also fun because I think it is just such a human thing that we all wonder about, And um, so just overall, I think it was the most fun I've had writing a book so far. But specifically, I really enjoyed, if you start reading it, you'll know what I mean. Marsh has a pet. He's a black Labrador. And he's modeled after my cat, even though my cat's a cat. He's kind of a dog. But the black Labrador, he changes depending on what reality you're in. And that was really fun to just like make him turn into different animals or something. And it kind of like surprises Marsh, or she's always like, okay, what's the significance of that? What does that mean? Where am I? So he was like a fun little Easter egg to like plant. And then also, it was like my baby was along for the ride.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Is your cat the one that's embroidered in the back there, or is that just a
Oh
random?
yes. Is that this side? Yeah, this side.
Yeah.
This is Pinkin. He is
Oh,
going to be 16 in a month. Gosh, I
old
know.
man.
Yeah. Yeah. He's also thanked in the acknowledgments of the book because I had to for being perfect.
Well, so this book is out now, and I honestly just want everybody to read it so that they can enjoy like those weird choices again. Also, this book has such rereadability for
Yeah.
choices. Yeah. I love
Yeah.
it. Well, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. I hope everybody enjoys it.
All right. Have a great day. Bye.
Thank you. You too. Bye.